Life's a gamble, take a chance. In the twilight of fortune's dance.
Poker rooms disappearing, Vegas becoming a sports empire, and somehow Reacher just beat up his neighbor. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. Welcome to Sin City Spin.
Host with voices rich and cool. Share the secrets, break the rules. Martini wisdom flows like gold. Every episode a story told.
How you doing, Vegas? He's the one you longed for. He's Christian Mental Ward. Next to me in the center, he's the one you dreamed of. He's Drew Masur. And unfortunately for you, I'm the one you'll settle for. Jason Slider LeDuc. Welcome to Sin City Spin! I'm not doing it again.
Nope. One take.
No, we don't do repeats.
No, we don't. And if you didn't like the way he did it, put something in the comments. He's not going to read it.
You will remember why it's there.
I have 3 other podcasts.
You're a busy man.
Speaking of comments, however, we did get one from last week.
Yay!
Yes, so we're talking about the hotness of peppers.
Yes.
And Caliente Ward commented, it's called the Scoville scale, using SHU, Scoville heat units, to measure the heat of peppers, guys. Just your friendly Mexican subscriber. And I don't know about you two, but this lady sounds hot.
Do you want to disclose who Caliente Ward is, or shall we let the audience find it on the internet?
How high does SCH go?
I have no. How many to a masseur?
How many masseurs is an SDH?
So many masseurs.
So many.
How many masseurs is an SDH?
I have no.
I don't know, but an STD
is
4.
Is it one? Can't top that. Can't top it. Next.
Moving on.
Next.
Oh. He had the intros. I think we should go with your thing.
Let's do it.
All right.
So one of the reasons why I moved to Vegas all these many, many moons ago was because I like to play poker.
Poker? I hardly know her.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. What? I used to have that sign in my house.
This is what you tune in for, folks.
So, sadly, down on the Strip, another poker room is folding.
Aww.
Yes, on the 30th of March, Resorts World will close its poker room.
Which is the least of Resorts World's problems, but...
Facts.
But yes, apparently...
I was there last night.
The home of the WSOP is losing its poker rooms. We're down to 8 poker rooms on the Strip.
Wait, isn't the WSOP all its Caesars properties now?
Certainly the finale is.
Yeah.
I think the finale is played still at Binion's, but everything else is done.
Right, but all the other fun, I don't want to say side things, because they like them. I mean, people are like, the other ones are kind of more fun than the main event. I understand.
Yeah.
When are you going to do that?
Here's the thing.
Is it still $10,000?
Yes.
If we raise $10,000 from the audience, will you go do it?
Yeah. Somebody else.
When does it start? When do you have to have your $10,000 in?
It's a June tournament. I'll look it up.
Okay.
The problem is a sizable percentage of our 9 million viewers are people that know Drew. We're not giving him a dime.
Drew is actually halfway decent at poker.
I am.
Yes, but I do remember also back in the day when like him and X used to always argue, no, this is the trick to poker, this is the trick to poker, and you'd always be like, you notice neither one of them ever win.
I would say I've done pretty well in poker.
But that was like when we were playing dumb games around a table like this.
Jacks are wild trips to win.
Because we would get drunk and bet stupid. Drew has learned a lot of math since then.
Yes, I've been drinking lots of milk. They're closing. Apparently, they're not very profitable.
Poker rooms have always been a risky proposition on the Strip. I remember the '90s when a lot of them closed down.
Yeah.
And then what brought them back was when ESPN started showing poker on TV.
Well, it was two things.
And then
two
they
amateurs winning the World
right.
Series,
and then they went away during the recession, and then kind of the big,
Well, and then the
big rich kid boom of coming to Vegas in the 2010s.
Well, then the online
Brought it
poker
back.
thing, which then completely folded, and a lot of those pros lost a bunch of money.
Right, so they had to start coming back here to play. And,
well, you know, poker's a game of statistics and odds and math, as you say.
But unlike this game or blackjack or that kind of stuff, the house doesn't get to collect all that
no,
shit.
it's just
So that's why they're
break
not
off the pot.
Right, that's
Right.
why they're not as
well,
profitable.
it's consistent, but if people don't come to play,
Yeah,
it's right. If your volume's low, your profits are, your revenue's low, your profits are low.
Yeah.
You still got to have pit bosses and the
Oh, yeah,
dealers
and the servers and all that
take
kind
care of the tables and the machines and all of that kind of stuff. COVID did it no favors either. You know, that's when I kind of stepped away from playing as much live poker as I was. I enjoy it. A cash game.
So you're part of the problem.
I am part of the problem. Yeah, I used to love to go on a Saturday and I'd play a couple hours of cash game, and I'd usually win enough in the cash game to pay for my tournament entry. And then the first hour is crazy because of rebuys and all that stuff, and you survive it, and then you start playing real cards, and if nothing else, you've killed the day and had a little fun, hopefully, and
Gotten some free drinks.
it was a good time.
It's the same reason I race cars. Some free drinks, you kill most of the day, you spend a few $1,000s.
But now you can sit around in your sweatpants and do it online, and there's always 500 tables open, and you're never going to show up and go, oh man.
Are there free
But
drinks?
spots.
I would argue with that one, and not being a poker player because that is way too much math. But
It's too much thinking.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that in a casino.
Yeah, but I would argue like the online stuff, you are not doing the same thing that you're doing at an actual poker table, where there's no small amount of psychology and sociology going into it and pattern recognition.
Yes.
In addition to the math.
Yes, I would say when you're sitting at a table with, for the most part, the same 10 folks, with a few subbing in and out as they go broke or go home, you start to learn the players, who's tight,
Or
who's
you've got
loose.
to size them up.
Who's on tilt.
Someone just jumped in here. I got to size this guy up. Either
Right.
it's him or me, win or lose.
Right. Let me stab in a pot and see what he does.
Hey Drew, do you think Elvis could beat me at poker?
Yes.
1950s Elvis?
1950 Elvis, definitely. But now
1970s Elvis?
1970s Elvis, also definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like.
Look it up. If you don't understand it, look it up.
I like shuffling the
Because
chips.
we're going to be making that joke a lot.
At least once more, I'm sure.
At least.
At least.
Plus at home, I can drink milk and get smarter from when I play cards.
Keep your foot.
But it's not free. It's not free milk. You have to pay for it.
I do. I pay for my milk.
Okay.
I don't have a cow out back yet.
If
But
we,
you still have to pay for that. To feed
if
the cow.
we raise the money for his entry into the World Series of Poker, if you don't continuously order milk from the waitress,
Whole milk,
you have to pay it all back.
and you gotta drink it and just let it drip down.
I would love
Psychological
Like, oh,
warfare.
nothing more than just final
With Kid Rock playing in the background.
final table. Just get my sponsorship on. Got milk.
As the saying goes, why buy the cow when you get the sex for free?
I got milk and aces, motherfucker.
Which is how you have to say that. What do you got? Milk and aces.
And I'm drinking milk. So I'm growing strong bones and big muscles. Take that, 80s kids.
No, I think another big thing is all forms of gaming and games of chance are changing. We've talked a lot about prediction markets. We've talked a lot about all those things. I think there's lots of places to find your entertainment, find your little dopamine hit, where it's not show up and hope there's a table open, hope it's a good table, hope it, Yeah, I mean, pros and cons to both, like everything, but it is sad to see the poker rooms folding up and fewer opportunities.
Got to make room for those bingo parlors.
Free
do.
enterprise, baby. Some of the poker rooms will fold up. The remaining ones, the ones who make it through, will do really well. And then there'll be a surge again in a couple of years, and we'll bring them back, right?
Yep.
And as you said, bingo parlors are opening back up. The casino. This is like legit business. They know what they're doing, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If the customer surveys say, I'm not playing poker as much, but I'd really love to play some bingo, and they open a bingo, it's because customers want to play bingo.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
They know what they're doing.
I think a lot of it too is people are drawn. I know I am too at times drawn to kind of those jackpot wins. You know, you get $50 in bingo cards, you can win $1,000. Right. Whereas poker, you got to play it right. You got to know when to bet, when to do, how to extract value.
You have to know when to hold them.
And when to fold them.
And when to fold them. Mental. You got to know when to walk away.
Sometimes you got to know when to run.
I don't think we can say anymore. I don't think we have the budget for it.
It is not my story, but interesting in that too. Hopefully, as some of these poker rooms close, the ones that stay open will be brought here by basketball fans because yes, Vegas has gone from a no teams town to an all the teams town. It is official. We are getting an NBA franchise. They have no idea where they're building.
No, it's not official. We're getting one yet. The NBA is considering expansion. There are 4 options on the table.
I thought they'd made the decision yesterday.
4 options on the table.
That's this many.
They are looking at expansion opportunities in Seattle and Las Vegas. Opportunities. And so, because
Seattle already
I took
screwed
issue
up
with the
and sold
reporter on the
theirs to
news last
Oklahoma
night
City.
who said, there's a whole range of options. And I said, no, there's 4. Nobody gets a team. Las Vegas gets a team. Seattle gets a team, or both cities get a team. That adds up to 1, 2, 3, 4.
And as a callback to last week's episode, this is also why engineers don't tell us things. You just suck the fun right out of that one.
But smart money, Las Vegas is getting the team. And Seattle's probably getting the team.
I don't know. Seattle.
Oh, yeah, check it right now.
I don't have my phone in.
You suck.
Seattle had a team, and they lost it to Oklahoma.
Right, because they wouldn't build them a new stadium.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
We're pretty good about building stadiums.
We're great about it.
There's already 2 real estate groups talking about building an NBA stadium. Plus, T-Mobile Arena can totally host basketball. It's just a matter of working on schedules.
And then one of them, they're like, oh, we're going to build it in Summerlin. Why the hell are you going to build an NBA stadium in Summerlin?
No, you're not.
Okay,
no.
Nobody.
No, you're not.
The only people that want to go to Summerlin are people that live in Summerlin. Everybody else thinks it sucks because it does.
Look,
Summerlin doesn't suck, but
you go south to the new airport.
Summerlin,
you build it on the festival grounds of the Strip.
It has to go on the Strip because that's what we're trying to attract.
Or just south of Fontainebleau where Wet and Wild used to be.
That's actually because it's just a dirt field right there.
Yeah.
It would really round out the convention center.
I would rather see Wet and Wild come back because it was a lot of fun to take a Wednesday off and go hang out at Wet and Wild with all the strippers and their kids. But they closed that very shortly after we moved here. So
some sort of infection in the water. We don't know. We're not judging.
Why would you even bring that up? Look, that's a water park thing everywhere, not just here.
Kids are gross.
If you want to know where the good tacos are.
And that's the only parent who said that.
Yeah, he's a man now. He's still a little gross. There are times.
No notes.
You or me?
Oh, I thought that was your thing.
No. I said this
why
is not my
don't
thing.
I go? Because speaking of basketball in T-Mobile Arena.
Ooh, now
okay.
See, all right, that's how you do a transition. I hope you saw that.
I did.
Did you know, coming up very quickly on April 6th, T-Mobile Arena will be 10 years old.
Damn, time flies.
God. And now I have a quiz for you guys.
Because the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles is celebrating they got an exhibit right now, 25 years to Fast and Furious, because that's how long that's been out.
Family.
Yeah, everyone knows Fast and Furious.
Family.
10
and Corona.
Family. Yeah, but God, man, 10 years.
Cars go faster.
10 years.
Do you know
years. God bless.
Who the first performer to perform in T-Mobile Arena was?
No
Elvis.
idea.
No, it was not Elvis. Although that would have been so dope.
So awesome.
That would have been so dope if it was Elvis. No, so if you answer the Killers incorrect, they were early. I thought it was Bruno Mars, but I was also incorrect.
Oh, really? Okay.
But the first performer before the Killers, they were the headlining act on April 6th, 2016.
There you go.
But right before them,
Vegas House Band
was Mr. Las Vegas Wayne Newton. Ooh, have you guys seen Wayne Newton do a show?
No.
Because
Go see it. Take the wife. It is a lot of fun.
Right, no, and he does not perform as very often, and when he does, they sell out quickly
Yeah, they do.
because he's Mr. Las Vegas for a reason. He does not phone it in.
I saw him probably about 2003, 2004, and that was when when the Stardust was getting blown up. After his residency at the Stardust was done, he decided, I'm just going to go do USO tours, and he did that for like 10 years. And then he's had a couple of mini residencies here in Las Vegas. But if you ever get the chance to see Wayne Newton, fantastic show.
There's a great podcast from the
Sin City Spin.
Yeah, there's two great podcasts. The University of Nevada, Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Review-Journal, and the Mob Museum, and it is called Mobbed Up, and it is 3 seasons, and it is the story of the Mafia and the battle for Las Vegas. And season 2 heavily features Wayne Newton, and I defy anyone to listen to that and not respect the absolute crap out of Wayne Newton, because he is just a straight, honest, great dude.
Do you think Elvis could beat Wayne Newton in a fight?
I don't think either.
I would pay good money. That would be a Netflix special.
I would pay for that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Well, that is interesting because
Logan Paul getting his John Paul show,
Right.
John
because they were both black belts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Elvis
Yeah.
had 2.
Yeah,
Apparently.
I feel like the two of them would just literally hug it out. Though
I know most of you are missing this, but just look it up. You're going to find it. It's going to be hilarious.
it is hilarious. It's sad.
Anyway,
Yes,
Wayne Newton performed right
Wayne
before the
Newton.
Killers, but before
Wow, it
Mr.
wasn't-
Wayne Newton,
It was not Wayne Newton. Okay,
21-year-old indie pop artist Shamir, who was born and raised in North Las Vegas, was the very first performer at T-Mobile Arena.
where is Shamir now?
No idea. I didn't look.
Okay, because I've not heard of
Oh,
Shamir.
look on your phone. No, thanks, douche.
That's kind of like saying, Bob the construction worker did a little jig out front, and he's the first performer.
Hey,
It counts. It
I'm sorry.
counts.
I'm sorry. Was your performance at T-Mobile Arena better than Shamir's performance at T-Mobile Arena?
Do you think Elvis could have outperformed Shamir at T-Mobile Arena?
Yes.
Of course, it's Elvis. Of course he could. Come on.
Yeah, fair enough. The impersonator.
Come on.
Yeah, the impersonator over at the one that deals blackjack and does an Elvis show every Friday at the Silver Sevens. Could also probably outperform, but yeah.
Okay, so Shamir was first.
Shamir,
No thanks to you.
None.
then Wayne.
Then Wayne, then the Killers. When T-Mobile Arena opened, most of us were pretty skeptical about it. I've been living here almost a year at the time. We're like, is this thing going to perform? But who wasn't skeptical? Dan Beckerman, president and CEO of global entertainment house AEG, said when T-Mobile Arena opened 10 years ago, we believe this venue is going to transform the entertainment business in Las Vegas forever. What do you think?
He was right. And yes, I was on the skeptical side because how many stages and like really nice theaters that get used once a week are there in every one of the casinos? Yeah. I mean, how many great comedy concerts have you seen at various places? And I would have said, there's no place for literally an entertainment only thing in Las Vegas, and I love that I'm wrong on that one.
I was really happy to be wrong about being skeptical about that too. From Bruno Mars to some of the early entertainment acts in 2016 that came in and filled the house and brought down the house, to the Golden Knights going in there.
I remember Vicky and I were out. By the way, that's Caliente who left that comment. Vicky and I were in.
He didn't make him do the homework.
Made him listen to the whole show to find out. But we were in front of New York, and we were watching that game against Florida on this big screen, and you'd hear the horns go off in T-Mobile Arena, and everybody would stop and turn and watch the screen and see who was about to score. So yes, and bringing them, or having T-Mobile Arena really like enabled them to bring the Golden Knights, which of the franchises we have here, that one is the best because they were born here. They came here, and they all showed up with a chip on their shoulder because they were the players that the team couldn't protect because it was an expansion team, and we love our Golden Knights.
And it very quickly, even before the team played a single game, led to the Raiders and led to the A's and potentially an NBA franchise, which I'm going to put my money down and say we're going to get one.
Yep.
So Four options.
Just the success of the Las Vegas Aces alone proves that there's a market for it here.
And here's the great thing about T-Mobile Arena. It was designed as this entertainment concert venue and to be a home for the UFC, and it's become so much more, and not just so much more in terms of like a venue for events to come in. It's really kind of become a centerpiece of entertainment and sports in Las Vegas.
I've seen a bunch of stuff.
I've never been to T-Mobile Arena because I've never been to a Knights game in person. I always watch them on TV because I want to watch the game.
I've seen Blake Shelton there. I've seen a couple of UFC events there. I've seen Kevin Hart there.
Other big moments at T-Mobile Arena besides Drew's favorites. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor. I know that was a big one for you. Historic residency from country legend George Strait.
Yes.
Saw that.
The Vegas Strong benefit concert in December 2017 featuring Imagine Dragons, The Killers, Boyz II Men, Penn and Teller. The Golden Knights.
All the Vegas people came out to support it.
Golden Knights playing a home game in the Stanley Cup Finals in their first season in the NHL.
Yeah, that was cool.
That I'm going to go on a limb and say that was the moment that everyone said, "This is all for real."
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the cons, there were pros. The cons, it was the demise of free parking at the casinos.
Yeah.
Well, again, for a percentage of our listeners, you are military or retired military. And you are staying at any Caesars property, you just go show them your military ID and they will automatically upgrade you to a level where you get free parking. Even when there's an event at T-Mobile, MGM honors it.
I used it last week.
Yep. So,
not at T-Mobile, at other Caesars properties. But
yeah.
Thank you, Caesars. Thank you, TJ Henderson, who runs Veteran Social Club here in Las Vegas, and nationally now, Veteran Social Club exists. And thank you, TJ Henderson, for building that veterans program at Caesars.
Hell yeah.
Here's to you.
Here to you, buddy. All right.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, TJ's cool.
That's sweet.
So, that's it. T-Mobile Arena, 10 years old, April 6th.
All right.
I don't think they're doing anything special, but maybe by then we'll know that the Knights are in the playoffs, and that'll be good enough for me.
Maybe Shamir's coming back.
Could be.
I don't think he's doing anything else.
Did you look?
No.
Look!
No.
No.
I'm gonna be so happy if Shamir is just crushing it now.
He's like, my name is Shabuzi now, and I've got 5 number ones.
Like he's just a billionaire now. He's working with like Kanye on something.
He's a producer.
And he's producing,
exactly.
and he's just like
he's rejected
Shamir's sitting there with like 17 Playboy models.
He's rejected
like
3 marriage
proposals. Watching this right now, and he's gonna go, "Who's this mental guy?"
Shamir.
Hey, Caliente, put him on. Tell him it's Shamir. He'll know who it is.
Shamir, feel free to come on the show and correct me.
You know, what'd be great is if Shamir was part of the group, the investment group that brought Sphere to Vegas.
Shamir, tell us in the comments what you're doing. I won't read it.
I will. All right.
And did you have something or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We consume our fair share of media.
We do.
You know, and we like some of the long form stuff. You guys know Alan Ritchson. You know, the human refrigerator that plays Jack Reacher.
Oh, big guy on Amazon.
Thad.
Great big guy on Amazon.
Thad from Blue Mountain State.
Yes.
That's how
exactly.
I know him. And that's the only way I want to know you, Alan Richardson. I will not watch Reacher because I remember.
You were missing out.
I heard everyone tells me, and I will watch it. But I loved Blue Mountain State.
Oh yeah, it's a great show. Yeah. So, and
UNC. Oh my God, you have to. As soon as we're done with this, get up and go right now and watch Blue Mountain State.
Alan Ritchson, military brat, described on Instagram as he had a crazy week. The translation of that is he got into a full-on neighborhood throwdown. So he's got a house in Tennessee, rolling through there, and he's riding motorcycles around with his 2 kids on smaller scooters. And
good family fun.
Good cooking, and he's actually
just doing donuts in the cul-de-sac.
No, they're literally just cruising,
they're
cruising
just
around.
Okay.
All right. And all of a sudden, the initial video that came out was taken from someone's front window into their front yard where Ritchson is beating the crap out of a guy. just straight up punching him to the
Was
ground.
was it Elvis?
They're like, Reacher beats up his neighbor. I was like, oh, that sucks for him.
Well, so here's the thing.
Tell me something I don't know.
Ritchson is wearing a chest camera, and he records the entire exchange. He's doing 22 miles an hour. You can see it on the speedometer. And this guy steps in front of his motorcycle. Ritchson goes to go around, and the guy steps out again and causes him to, no kidding, dump the motorcycle
Like, lay it down?
wreck. And he gets up, and you can hear Ritchson going, "You're out of your mind, dude." And the guy's just screaming at him, "You're riding around like a lunatic. You're making a bunch of noise." And he goes, "You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind." And he goes to get back on his motorcycle. The guy shoves him off the bike again. So now the helmet comes off. And I want to know what this neighbor was thinking with, holy crap, I just picked a fight with Jack Reacher.
Is it like hockey style? Does he like take the guy's shirt and pull it up? And
No, not quite. But fight like the guy shoves him off the motorcycle in front of his kids. And that's when Alan Ritchson goes, okay. And he issues him a beat down. And he is beating the guy, and the guy's on the front lawn, and Ritchson is going, stay down.
I'm Reacher. Stay down. For your own good. Stay down. I'm Reacher.
So the police come. They review all the video. They review everything. They talk to witnesses. They go through the whole situation. And because also it was Tennessee, the cops go, yeah, he was pretty much in the right on that one. You're an idiot. What were you thinking, dude?
He's Reacher.
You picked a fight with a guy in front of his kids. So the police ruled it as self-defense. No charges, case closed. So the neighbor did. Stepped in front of the bike, shoved him, and escalated that from there. So Reacher didn't play the role. He just stayed in character.
Here's how I feel about it. If a 10-year-old ran up to you and punched, so 10-year-old little boy, boom, right in your ball bag. Right?
We're going to have a conversation.
You don't get to chest kick him across the playground.
No.
Self-defense.
No.
However,
but I am going to physically restrain the child so that he doesn't keep kicking me in the crotch.
I didn't see the video. The way you have described it, it sounds like this is what in the military we would have described as a proportional response.
Yes.
Of, okay, you pushed me off a motorcycle.
Twice. You caused me to wreck, and then you shoved me off my bike onto the ground again.
Okay. And now I'm like, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
And he's like, rah!
Okay.
All right, you're coming at me. I guess, right? I didn't see it. It sounds reasonable to me.
The first video looked pretty bad because it's the middle of the fight, and it's and Alan Ritchson, who was a football player. He is still 6'3". He is still a big, healthy, tough guy.
The original headline that flashed across and gaining traction was Reacher beats up his neighbor.
And here's the thing.
I was like, poor neighbor.
Ritchson didn't say anything, didn't go on there, and he's like, I didn't initiate this. And they showed the whole video on there. And then, of course, and I remember seeing the second video, and I'm like, dude, this is Tennessee where he needed a whooping is a legal defense. Right. And turns out he needed a whooping.
I mean, it doesn't even sound like he needed to go to the he needed a whooping. Right. It sounds like it was legit self-defense.
Yeah, exactly. But so I just think that's you picked a fight with Reacher.
Well, I think as you know, those folks that are like, you know, big, like Brock Lesnar, or, Conor McGregor.
And he's not Brock. He's a big
Mike
dude,
Tyson,
but he's not.
I mean, he's 6'3". He's big-ish.
He's 6'3".
Yeah, he's big-ish.
And he bulks up. And they did just finish. They literally just wrapped season 4 of Reacher.
Yeah,
he hasn't quite come down from the TRT and all that. He's not quite fully down from that yet.
I think when any of these very large, very sort of fight,
I don't think the guy knew who he was when he picked the fight. He was just being a what's the male version of a Karen?
Dick?
Yeah, pretty much. I think, exactly. He was just being an asshole. Yeah. How dare you ride under the speed limit with your children in my neighborhood?
If you're the Mountain, if you're Conor McGregor, if you're Mike Tyson, and you beat somebody up in public, I think everybody just looks at it a little closer to like, You could whoop their ass. So you have to have much more restraint.
And he did restrain. The guy walked away.
It doesn't sound like it was a bloodlust whooping.
No.
It sounds like it was like, dude, just
Yeah. I'm going to interrupt this program right now.
I'm gonna push it down again.
Again, take your point. Stop it. Stop it. If I let you up, I said stop it.
Yeah.
And then you feel them go limp, and you go, ah.
Okay. Yeah. But if you watch the video in the front yard,
Don't clip any of that.
No, I'm not. But watch the video from Richardson's chest cam where you just hear him go, "Stay down," because the whole time it's dude, you're out of your mind. Dude, dude, you're out of your mind. I'm leaving, and then finally it's just okay.
Does a parallel story make it into season 5 of Reacher?
Ooh, wouldn't that be funny?
Wouldn't it be? I haven't seen it, but I will.
It's truly disturbing, and I'll save most of it for another show because I may bring it up again. But Neighbors have gotten fucking cuckoo. Like the amount of people that are watching neighbors fight, neighbor drama.
Oh, everybody's gotten cuckoo.
Well, for sure.
Everybody's lost their minds.
But there seems to be a lot more appetite for neighbor drama.
Appetite for destruction.
That too.
You're in the jungle, baby.
That's all we got.
You're gonna die.
The budget won't allow it.
I do know HBO has a show called Neighbors, and it's about those kind of fights.
I watch it.
I watched 10 minutes of it and went, nope.
No. I take gummies and watch it, and I go, oh, people are terrible.
And this is why
inside me lights up. I don't know.
And this is why you won't leave your house.
It might be the gummies that light up inside you.
I mean, little column A, little column B, then a cold glass of milk. And I'm ready. I'm like, oh, what terrible shit's going on in the world now?
Do the gummies and the milk fight it out inside you? like that just pharmacologically, that sounds like a bad idea. Never mind what it does to your head, like just what it does in here.
You know what balances it all out? And my doctor will love this, a little banana bread.
Well, your doctor's probably fine with that. Your nutritionist may have a little bit of a problem with the banana bread.
I don't see them anymore.
We will
can't take my foot if you can't find me.
We will live broadcast him losing his foot. I'm committed to it.
I needed another year.
Can't wait.
The worst part of this is that he's going to outlive us both.
Yeah, 20 years from now, I'm going to have cyborg legs.
I have a deal.
An iron nanobot.
I keep telling you guys I have a deal.
Yeah. No, I know you have an experience.
So the crossroads weren't in Mississippi. The crossroads were in Lancaster, California. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
That tracks.
There's more than one. Maybe. They're busy folks. Nope, just this one spot is where you can make a deal.
True. That's you're going to want it. You're going to want to franchise that industry.
Like Amazon, they're bringing it out.
Yeah, just let him call it the crossroads. If he doesn't know about the Nexus, just let him say it. It's fine. That means he doesn't know about the Nexus.
Demons are just riding drones to your house. Hey, want to make a deal?
Demon wants to make a deal with me. He's not showing up in a drone. He's showing up in a 78 Porsche 930. We all know that.
I don't know that. I knew it was a car, but everything.
There was just letters and numbers. It's all pops and whistles over here, kid. I ain't got a word. I don't know a word you're saying.
If a demon came to me and said, "What does mental one?" I'd be like, "A car." You go, "Which one?" I'd be like, "Words and numbers." It's got words and numbers.
Listen, do your own homework, demons. I'm not gonna spoon feed it to you.
Check out his dreams.
I'm not gonna do your work for you.
Follow him on Instagram.
And subscribe.
Oh, I think we've done a show.
I think we've done a show.
I think it's as good as it's gonna get.
Thank you all so much for watching and enjoying our commentary on life, the world, and all the craziness around us. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
If you're deployed, stay safe.
Right.
If you're not deployed, do some buddy checks.
Right on.
Thanks for joining us. If you want to disagree or agree, if you want to correct our math, or you just need to find out where the good tacos are, you can drop us a line at sincityspin.podcast@gmail.com. You can text us at 702-721-7328. We're on Facebook, Insta, Reddit, and the thing formerly known as Twitter. That is all we have. stay safe and hopefully luck will be your lady. But if you wind up broke, well, I hope you have a swinging time.
Well, hot shit. You think I'm not bringing that back to you later today? You're out of your mind. Well, hot shit.